What's up, y'all? It's Richard Boda with Six Magazine. We got Chris, every coach's dream Johnson, with us today. What's up, man? How you doing?
Well, good, man. Thanks for having me.
Thank you, man. You first interview on our first magazine, whatnot. Um, how was camp? Y'all out of camp now. Y'all back to the crib. How's it being in dorms and stuff like that? How was it?
Oh man, well actually, did in camp for Tennessee, we actually stayed in Nashville, so we didn't go to like a college or nothing like that. But we had to stay in the hotel. But man, it was just long and it was tough. So basically, right now, just working on getting in the groove and getting my legs back. So when the first game comes September 10th versus Pittsburgh, I'll be ready.
That's what's up. Now this is your second year, but does it get any easier camp and stuff like that? Or is it the same year in and year out?
Nah, count it get a little bit easier, but it's still hard because coming from last year, I'm coming straight from my college season to the combine to senior bowl to a whole bunch of visits to straight into camp. Instead, this year I had more time to relax and just work out and get prepared for the season and get prepared for camp. So once I went to camp, it wasn't as hard as it was last year, but it made it a little bit easier.
I feel you. For people that don't know, you from Orlando. Coming
Hmm.
out of high school, you was the second fastest man in the state. Uh, so how in the world did you get out of Florida? Like Florida, Miami, Florida State. How did you not end up in one of them schools?
Oh, it was crazy. I'd say my junior year, I had a lot of schools looking at me like the Floridas, the Florida State, a lot of big schools or whatever like that. But um, the first game of my senior year, I broke my leg, and then I really didn't have the grades coming out of high school. And
Hmm.
then also how a lot of athletes they go to the Nike camps and run their 40-yard dash times and do different things. I didn't go to any of those camps because I really didn't know about the camps.
Hmm.
So and I was running track too, and that was why the camps was going on. So I guess that's a real big thing on why I made it out of Florida because a guy can go to a Nike camp and run a 4.3 and then a
Everybody
week
on.
later he have 10, 15 offers. So I didn't do that. So that's a big thing that hurt me too.
Okay. What made you, of the few schools, who all was recruiting you? Like, of the few schools that were recruiting you besides ECU?
East Kentucky, Connecticut. Um, it wasn't many. I could say probably East Carolina and Connecticut was really like the only team, only D1 team that was offering me a scholarship. And then I had D1 double A school, East Kentucky. So I didn't have many options.
Okay. So, like, ECU was pretty much kind of an easy decision for you?
Yeah, it was an easy decision because they stuck with me through the whole process, and even though my grades wasn't what they were supposed to be, they stuck with me to see if I would be able to pass my SAT, and I did that.
That's what's up. Everybody know you ran 4.24 at the combine.
Mhm.
That virtually put you in the first round with the Titans. You had a good rookie season. Honestly, you should have got rookie of the year in my mind, but hey, there wasn't nobody
Mhm.
listening to me. How
Yeah.
was it sharing the carries in such a talented backfield with you and Lindell?
Man, me and Lindell, we have two different running styles. He more of a bigger guy, weighing
Hmm.
around 230 this year. He more of a, like a power in between the tackles guy, but even though I'm a speed guy, I still run in between the tackles and outside the tackles. That's why I feel like it's very hard for a lot of defensive coordinators to really game plan against me because I feel like I can do it all. I can catch out of the backfield. I'm fast. I can run in between outside the tackles. So just having two guys like me and Lindell, it make it harder on a defense coordinator. And then the guys that we got this year, like Nate Washington and Justin Gage, is really stepping up, becoming that number one receiver. And guys like tight end Jared Cook from out of South Carolina and Kenny Brett, our first round receiver. I think it's gonna make it hard on a lot of defense this year.
But I mean, is it hard because every primetime player wants the ball. So when
Mhm.
you got to come out and he got to come in, is that hard? Does that mess up like the rhythm? Do you want to just say, "Nah, Coach Fish, I'm gonna stay in"? I mean, how is that having to come out? You feel me?
I won't say it mess up our rhythm because it's sort of like everybody got to have their role on the team, and my role is to get the ball down to the red zone, and then their role is to score the touchdowns. And we both know our role, and we both know what we got to do. So I know a lot of times, probably not every single time, but I know a lot of times, if I break a long run and I get tackled at the 5, I know I'm coming out of the game. And he know when he got to be ready, and also he's more of a short yardage back. So he know when they get short yardage, he know he got to be ready, and he know a lot of times um, inside the field he come in the game, but our role is um, I'm more of a get the ball closer to the end zone. He more of a get the ball in the end zone, and it made us have the best record in the league last year. So we can't complain if that's working.
I feel you. I feel you. Now you just said something that got my attention. You said get tackled at the 5 yard line. Has that ever happened to you? Have you ever been caught from behind?
No, I've never been caught from behind. I was just making a situation, but no, I've never been caught from behind ever.
Do you think there's anybody that can catch you from behind?
No, I don't think that. I don't think that will happen. I don't think that's possible.
I feel you. Can we see you return some punts and kickoffs at all, man? Can't.
I don't think they're gonna let that happen. I wanted to do that last year, and Coach Fisher them they wouldn't let me do it. I did it a couple times in preseason, but I don't think too many teams around the league would let their number one running back return kicks and all those type things.
I know I'm being greedy, but whatever. I have to ask. Man, we like good stories around here, dog. Tell me a good story last year of somebody that you just hit so hard, just like a good block or downfield or something, and then flip it and tell me somebody that just got you like the hardest you got hit last year.
Let me see. Do it have to be somebody that I hit or somebody like I made a move on?
Yeah, give me a good story. Give me a good story, but then give me a flip side of where somebody might have just blasted you from the blind side or something. Just a good story, both ways.
Well, I gotta say a good story would be versus Pittsburgh, 4th and 1. Um, Actually, it was 4th and 1, and we ran like a flip play. And when I got the ball, I was supposed to go to the outside, beat the cornerback or whoever the man is that I gotta beat. I was supposed to beat him to the outside. So instead of beating him to the outside, like I was going outside and cut in on him, I made him fall. And then I had got a block from a fullback, so it screened me up the middle of the field. And the only guy that was closest to me was Troy Polamalu. And I kind of turned him hostile in the end zone, showed him the ball, and scored on that play. Um, and then I gotta say the flip side story was crazy thing. I was just talking to this guy before we played Cleveland, and I asked him why he had to hit me that hard. But we was working on a zone play out of the shotgun all week. It wasn't looking too good, but our coordinator said it just looked like that because then the defense not really running how they be running in the game. So we ran the play. It looked okay, but by the time I got to the line before I can see him coming, he hit me.
You know who it
was? He had me kind of sore for like 2 weeks straight. So
you know who it was that got you?
Yeah, the Quell Jackson.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's a big boy right there. That's a big boy right there. Now you no longer affiliated with Smash and Dash. You now every coach's dream. Explain the nickname.
The nickname is right now my nickname is every coach's dream, and I feel like can't too many coaches say they got a guy like me. I feel like I'm that guy that coach like, dang, I wish I could have that guy, really. And then Dale got his nickname is Save the Last Dance because he feel like we're gonna make it to the Super Bowl and he's gonna be dancing in the end zone. So that's where my nickname come from, really.
Okay, I feel you. Your Twitter page is blowing up. Ustream blowing up. I told some folks I was doing an interview with, and they wanted me to ask you a question. Now, I know the answer to this, but the people that don't know the answer, I see a nice, beautiful home in the background, but you telling everybody you're homeless. Why? Explain not to me, but to the people why you homeless.
Man, I'm very homeless, man. And I feel I have no home, so I feel like me I gotta explain this to everybody. I explained it a couple times over Twitter, but people they seem not to get it. It all started. I was in California training over the off season, and I don't know if too many people heard of, but it's some big hills. They sand dunes out in California, like at the beach or whatever. They go up so high, but I was running up them. I was running up the sand dunes, and you really can't make it. You really can't run up it one time. Like so, basically, you getting a workout by like if you just walk up the sand dune. And I was recording it. Matter of fact, I was with my best friend, Kenny Turner. Um, he was recording it, and when I finally got up to the top and then ran back down to the bottom, I made a statement saying, "Go hard or go home," but I don't want to go home. And then after that, I said, "Better yet, I have no home." So basically, it means go hard or go home. But if you don't got no home, you don't got no choice but to go hard. So I don't have a home. I'm homeless.
I feel that. I feel that. Tell us something about Chris Johnson that we don't know. Some of your fans, nobody knows that would be interesting for them to know.
Let me see. To be honest, something I don't think a lot of people know is I like to watch. I like to watch Lifetime movies. Lifetime movies. It always be a good movie. Something about they just be crazy movies. They interesting.
Now I know you don't be watching those with your boys and stuff at the crib now.
Nah, man, nah. So I watch it by myself sometimes. That's why a lot of people don't know.
That's very interesting. That's very interesting. See, y'all don't judge a book by its cover. Just because you got dreadlocks and goals don't mean he can't watch Lifetime, alright?
Yeah.
See, people judge books by a cover, and that's the wrong thing to do.
They can't do that.
No, you can't do that. Don't do that. Matter of fact, you know what somebody told me this weekend? They told me I couldn't get. They told me this. I walked to the bar, and he's like, sorry, man, we can't let you in. I'm like, how come? No dreadlocks allowed. I was like,
no dreadlocks in the bar?
Yeah, I'm like, so you mean no black people, right? He's like, no, I mean, he's like, white people got dreadlocks too. I'm like, oh, y'all forgot about the 0.00065% of white people that got dreadlocks.
Yeah.
I just kept it moving, but that amazed me actually. But either way, Six Magazine, we all about giving back to the community. So share some things that you're doing to give back to the community.
Oh, well, last year around Thanksgiving time, we did a turkey giveaway. And then this past, before I came to camp, I would say like a month or two before camp, I had a youth camp down here. And then I would say less than 3 weeks ago, I did a back to school giveaway in Orlando, Florida. That was 3 weeks ago. I did a back to school giveaway in Orlando, Florida, where I gave out book bags and supplies. And then I gave away, what was it, $600 Nike gift certificates. And then less than a week ago, I did another back to school giveaway for my auntie daycare. So I've been doing a lot of things. So I'm gonna still be doing some things coming up.
Now, is that through your foundation?
Huh?
Is that
through my foundation? My foundation is on the Chris Johnson 28 Foundation.
Is there a website that the fans can go look at that to possibly donate to it?
I'm currently working on my website right now, so I can get all that stuff set up. I'm gonna have my foundation on there. I'm gonna have some signed things on there, and I'm gonna have my I have no home and I'm homeless shirts on there being sold also.
I feel you. I feel you. What can we expect from Chris Johnson and the Titans this year, man? You got a good record last year. What can we expect this year?
We got a good record last year. We got 21 starters returning, so I feel like we're gonna be, and we got some addition of some new playmakers on offense. So I think this offense this year is gonna be a way better offense. You can look at things where teams not gonna be able to come in here and put 8-9 in the box, and if they do, they got to pick their poison because we got players making plays on the outside. They're gonna have to play us fair, and Tennessee is a running team, and we got a great offensive line. So I don't think many teams around this league want to come in here and play us with just 7 people in the box. So we're gonna have a great offense and our defense. We lost Abrahamsworth, but we got a couple guys in there like Javon Hay, Jason Jones are gonna step up. And shoot, we got 10 returning starters on the defense. So I feel we're gonna have a good season this year, and I feel we're one of the top contenders to make it to the Super Bowl.
That's what's up. How soon or can you not wait for the first preseason game? I mean, not first preseason, but the first regular season game. Get
I
here.
can't wait because this whole preseason, I've been going in the games. People may have been saying sophomore slump or little comments like that, but anytime you go into the game playing 1 quarter, maybe two or three carries, know what I'm saying? You really can't do much with it. But in this last game, I think I got like 6 or 7 carries. I was able to get in my groove and stuff like that. So I'm just ready to get to the regular season game when we playing the whole game and just see how my second year start off. But I know I'm gonna be fine, and I'm just ready to get to it. I'm gonna do a lot of celebration this year. Gonna be a lot of entertainment. So everybody just gotta pay close attention.
That's what's up. That's what's up, man. Thanks for your time. I really, really appreciate it. He's Chris Johnson, every coach's dream. I'm Richard Bodu, every sports writer's nightmare. Six
Mm-hmm.
Magazine, first issue. We'll holler at y'all. Peace.
I let you. Thanks for having me,
No
Rich.
problem, man. Good.
Yeah. I gotta let you exit it out.
Yeah, hold a second. I gotta hit. Hold a second. I just hit stop. Now I'm gonna have to edit now. I thought I exited out of it. Hold a second. All right, here we go. I'm about to exit out of it. It should go right now. Hold a second. All right, appreciate you though, homie.
All right.
Yep.